The people are talking about people. The love over hate, the good over evil. If they gon' talk, might as well give them a reason to. PK and the Prof kicking off with a season 2. Sometimes you don't look for love, you let it find you. I pray someday you find somebody to align to. The naysayers don't count, they never mind you. So be fruitful and multiply all the times that find you.
Tells here we go.
Here we go, baby. Prof here, ready to roll with my boo.
And
Season 2, subscribers to be with us true. We ready to make it happen. True and true. Here we go, season 2. Climbing through. Buys that time between us. We're ready to move, make it happen. Thank you so much, subscribers, for making it happen for us. Season 1, from new moons to full circle. Here we are. Roundabout, right here, season 2, second time around, boo. Here we go. Thank you all for being with us, season 2.
And those who haven't come, you should get on the run. Let's think about Forrest Gump, who ran for it, son. We should run for our relationships. We should work so hard that he did. He just did a single thing. He made it the thing that he just did. He said, I'm gonna run for it, and he did. So Prof, we just gonna talk about it. We're gonna give the people the thing they can't live without it. They don't know, maybe yet, we don't either, but we're gonna try to talk about it.
My man Asheru, we can't wait to hear from him. He's got a nice beat for us. We're ready to make it happen for season 2.
So let's talk about it. We're talking about a plan and a promise right now. So when we talk about that, we're talking about in marriage time. Do you guys remember when some days your parents said to you, yeah, I promise I'm going to take you to the zoo. Yeah, and then it didn't happen. That's a plan. And sometimes plans change, right? And it's no one's fault. That's at least what our parents have told us. But I feel like we take that into marriage, right?
Yeah.
We take that into marriage, and so there's a promise. Because my promise to you was this: when I stood in the villages of Walienda, I told you that I will walk with you as you direct our path. I will run until I have no speed. I will listen for understanding. I will pray for our journey always. And I will love you until death do us part. That's a promise. That was a promise. The plan was the plan. The plan was getting a wedding. That's always the plan for a girl. We always want to have the wedding. We don't want to miss the wedding. I know girls that just want to have weddings, but they remit the promise. And so then it becomes, so that's the promise, but the plan becomes just the planning of it. And so I guess my question is, as a man who's divorced, did you forget the promise, or did the plan change and it's nobody's fault?
Okay, you had me going a lot of different places there. You had me first in Walienda. I want to talk about Walienda a little bit.
No, that was just my promise.
Yeah, but is it my turn? You asking me a question, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I want to come to divorce, because that's how you left it. But before then, you spoke about making a plan and making a promise. And so we made a plan and we made a promise.
We did.
Okay, so let me start with that as the central, because that's what we did and what we're doing. I'm reminded of that, the 12 P's at this moment. Piss poor planning promotes piss poor performance.
That's right.
Piss poor performance promotes pain. And so that's what we plan for, right? And so we made promises in multiple places. We made promises in Washington, D.C., you know.
It's not
And
the
we made-
neglect
let me
of
finish,
the
let me
promise.
finish,
Because
let me finish.
Yes,
let me
please.
finish, let me finish.
Please.
And we made promise as well in Walienda
Yes.
before Village. And
Yes.
so we made promises to multiple people. To your point on divorce, because that was my toughest moment in my life as an adult. That was my, but also the place, and you've heard me say this, the place where I was in an abyss, and I prayed for two things at that moment because of the things that I thought I had built on that had now crumbled beneath me. So yes, at some point in that space, but from that moment, I've not looked back. And that was important to come through as a man, to lose and to also be in an abyss from my mind. But I prayed for two things, and you know those. Those were women to also look after my flock and also serve the Most High first. And so those were the things, you heard those things. We talked about some of those things in season 1, but we remember those at 4284 Cotswold and what we were building then. So yes, to your answer, but I can come back to that. But that was tough.
I think we just plan, you we're going to talk about a promise. I know I've made the promise. Mostly, it was about God. I'm the PK. So when I stood
Ding.
before the thing,
Check my box.
It wasn't even about making a promise to you as much as it was to God.
Check my box.
To say, listen, man, I'm good for you, and I'm going to do the best that I can. But other than that, I'm not trying to go to hell, because here's the thing: I've done enough things to get there. We're
not talking about that. Can we keep going? Can we
really
keep going?
No, we can. And so, can you wipe the crumb off your mouth? That'd be
Should I get that bug over there by you?
Yeah, you could, or you could wipe the booger out my nose. That'd be great.
Oh, you bullshitting.
No, sit down, so we can do this. Let's finish. Let's make it fun. How about we have this thing to say, listen, you promised me a fur coat. Was that a plan or a promise?
Did you
promise her a fur coat?
Wait, hold up.
Several years ago. I've never gotten the fur coat. Was that a plan or a promise?
Sometimes the things that we plan.
Oh, so that was just a plan, because things change.
Oh, I haven't put a plan in place for that yet.
So you wasn't even gonna give me a fur coat. You lied.
No, it was a promise. It was a promise.
When's the promise coming true?
Right, that's when I need to make the plan.
Oh no, I promised you October that day on that day, and so then I'm just saying. I met my promises. So I'm just saying, I was just trying to look for. You moved me to cold ass places and bought me no fur coat.
No, she right on that coat piece. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you for real. And I haven't forgotten about it. It's just I haven't put it in the plan. We no longer living in that location.
Doesn't matter. I want a fur coat. I am a Washingtonian.
I already promised. So
I
no need me to promise
run
again.
with the people in D.C. My father was a minister in this city for 42 years. I just have a thing that I want to have. That's all. That sounds really selfish, but it was a promise.
No. Yeah, I committed to that promise.
Well, so is there a promise that I didn't do? Tell me the promise that I didn't do.
Well, I mean. You.
Tell me the promise.
I got something.
Yeah.
You promised me.
Don't say sex. If that's what you're about to say, let's kill that noise just right there.
I wasn't going to say that, but you've already said something to that. I've heard you in the last couple of days. Don't think I was safe on that. Right? I'm going to hold you to that. So make a plan.
Oh, for the promise.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I'm more referring to the promise you made till death do us apart, and a couple of forevers. So you still got a way to go, Nick.
I don't control either of those.
You still got to wait. You still got to wait.
I don't control. I can control my forever.
Live right. Eat
but
right.
I cannot control. I will.
I
will do that with you, because you know what we have? No regrets.
No retreats.
and no return. We are the PK and Prof, and we're asking you guys, please, one more time, everybody subscribe, like
Continue.
us.
Yes.
Please just listen what's to talk about, because we're coming with season 2 and doing more with it. Let's see how we can make the river swim with it.
It's the love, the joy, the friends, the foes.
The ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. It's all those things, and how it goes, we just going to talk about
The
it.
patience, the grace, the chemistry, the trust, the realization that
It's
God
just
is,
about
us.
us. Yes.
God is with us.
The people are talking about people. The love over hate, the good over evil. If they gon' talk, might as well give them a reason to. PK and the Prof kicking off with a season 2. Sometimes you don't look for love, you let it find you. I pray someday you find somebody to align to. That they say.
Hey, Prof.
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
I'm well.
You
It's
feel
season
like
2.
still like talking about our
season
plan and
2.
our promises.
Yes.
Right. The last conversation we had was about my fur coat, but that's a small thing. That's a really small thing. I know that your marriage ended in divorce, and that was a thing that we don't talk about enough. And it just gets sort of like, that's what it was and that's what it is. But that was a promise broken. I think that both of you broke it, and I think you had opportunity to maybe sometimes fix it.
Well, I mean,
The difference would become in my life would become, you do understand, you know very well that I probably would maybe have gotten divorced, perhaps, but I never did, because that wasn't my God's plan for me. So I lost a mate. But I've always thought that there's no entire way that you and your ex-wife could not sit down and make another plan. But you guys just broke the promise and you just walked away, but it was nobody's fault. And I'm sorry to do this like this, but this is...
No. We know how to talk. We got something to talk about.
Okay, I'm just saying.
And we going live with it. It's just, we're being open to it. You know that the things that we have spoken to are the things that I believed in when that ended, which is no returns, no retreats, and no regrets. Some of that, in my mind, speaks to, I got no presumption, I got no judgment, I got no presumption. That's what it means on that. How the story got told and gets told, for me, becomes mostly worried about the hearts of the children, not the grown-ups. Grown-ups can figure themselves out. Well, yeah, that plan and promise ended. The promise, I hope, is still there, which is to be a friend.
Are you her friend?
I am, but you know,
I don't
I'll end
believe
that.
that. I have not ever
I'll give
seen
you that.
any level of friendship that, unless you're hiding it,
well, I mean, you know,
unless there's
you know
a
how,
high from it,
You know how,
then I don't know.
You know, I'm not just going to say friendship is essential to the soul, just out
No,
there.
I understand what you're saying.
But I'll just say that part of it is you have friends in life that come and go in your life. Some, when they come back, they feel a way and say a thing after 5, 10, 15, 20, however many years.
Do you imagine she will call you a friend? You're the father of her children.
I may have been a friend of hers.
So that's a no.
But it's sort of current, you know, so from again, friends come and go. But I think to your point about plan or promise, back to
Promise.
that, sort of,
What is it, through?
that plan didn't work out. But for me, again, the promise of what we built as having children and feeding them, and I know we'll talk about that in season 2. That's been a journey. That's been a journey. But again, this is no judgment again, but I didn't look back. I did not look back, because I thought at that moment, as things were unyieldly just disrupting in my life to me, I didn't know what to do those 12, 13 years ago. And I didn't do enough then. And so I've learned how to be in, and I've used that point as a moment of which I would never live again, some of those things. And so that's for me. And hopefully those things come out. But we can talk about that. We can talk about that. And these are the real things when it comes to playing a promise.
No, it's real. Because I found that some things that, I find that to be, that's right. It's to plan or promise. And people got to keep their promises. Sometimes we say to our kids, we're taking you to the zoo. No, we're not really. For real today, we knew we couldn't. And then they're mad at us, right? And so the same thing goes when we made this plan with them. Maybe we're going to take you to the Bahamas, but maybe we didn't have any money. But you know what we don't do? We do not regret, retreat,
or return
in this. We need a partner, a plan, and a purpose.
Thank you, baby.
We are the Pecan Prof, and we one more time in second season, and we're going to talk about it.
If they gonna talk, might as well give them a reason to. PK and the Prof kicking off with a season 2. Sometimes you don't look for love, you let it find you. I pray someday you find somebody to align to. The naysayers don't count, they never mind you. So be fruitful and multiply all the ties that bind you. What's in the past is the past, that's behind you. We've all had some hardships we had to climb through. Life is what you make it. Who better to remind you there's some real OGs that let their love shine.
And you hear what Boo said about how we will be talking about this episode, the love we should. But again, subscribe, like, share. We're the PK.
So what you think about the love we share? You want to start, or should I? Should I tell people? I can start the story.
I got stuff to say. I got something to talk about.
I'm certain that you do. So can you start the story?
It was the beautiful story.
So this joint right here